Hi, it's Sunday, the 13th, Palm Sunday. And this is my only update for the day. Um, I believe that people are lying. So we have this. This has been all over the news all day, right? It's basically saying that Russia hit Ukraine with ballistic missiles in the Sumy area on Palm Sunday. Let me ask you a question. You ever seen what a ballistic missile does? See this? Here, let me make it bigger for you. See this? Why are these buildings still standing? They just have some broken windows. Why are these cars here? Why is there just trash, untouched, unburnt?
Triggering a huge explosion. Two services escalation in the street. These are the deadliest Sumy port.
Look at this. Cars on fire, sure. Damaged trees, damaged buildings, sure. Damaged trees, damaged cars. Look at these buildings. Stuff's on fire, sure. Sure. Right? What I'm trying to say. Oh, I have to show you my face again. What I'm saying is stop it. What I'm saying is all these pictures are not indicative of what what it should look like with a ballistic missile, and what they're claiming is two ballistic missiles at that. These buildings, cars would have been deleted off of the planet if two ballistic missiles hit Sumy like they're claiming. Now, obviously something happened, right? These cars didn't burst into flames. The sides of these buildings weren't damaged by themselves. I understand that. However, look at this. Trash and some damaged buildings, right? Don't worry, I'm getting to a point. There's a little bit of a building that's falling over, but it could be from this excavator. Let's see what this says.
Clear example that it's a war against Ukrainian civilians.
Okay, you see that? You see that right there? What that is, and this is my opinion, but this is what I believe happened. I do believe that Russia shot ballistic missiles into Ukraine. I believe that. However, I do not believe for 1 minute that the Kremlin and President Vladimir Putin, on a religious holiday, intentionally blew up civilians. That's not what happened. What likely happened was, you see this? This is, see this?
And
See all these flying?
clear example that it's a war against Ukrainian civilians. And
Okay, you see all those flying? Guess what that is? That's Ukrainian air defense missile systems provided by NATO, the West, the EU, well, whoever you want to call it. Now, what usually happens is if a missile, be it ballistic or any type, if a missile starts coming over here, right? Oh, wait, you can't see it over here.
And
So what happens, you see my cursor? So say this cursor is a missile, a ballistic missile. If it's coming over, right? Let's say there's two of them coming over, right? You have these air defense shooting upwards into the sky. Now what happens when these two missiles that are probably targeting something further away from Sumy, but what happens when one of these hits said ballistic missiles? Well, I'll tell you what happens. One, they're going to explode way up here, right? And then what happens? All that burning debris from both of those missiles fall straight down on these civilian targets, therefore causing destruction and widespread panic. Now, for the media to make this seem like this was Russia's doing is completely absurd. And I've gotten this from sources in inside of Ukraine that a lot of the, well, almost all of the times where I'm not saying that Russia is not shelling the holy crap out of Russia is shelling Ukraine, and for good reason. I mean, they're daily sending drones into Belgorod. They're still trying to send drones into Kursk and everything else. So this is not unprovoked. So what I'm saying is yes, the Russia probably sent two missiles, right? But they were targeting probably infrastructure or military targets. The Kremlin has no need or want to hit civilian populated areas. 9 times out of 10, when a Russian missile hits inside of a populated civilian area in Ukraine, it's usually because these air defense, surface to air air defense from NATO. Well, what usually happens is these explode them, and then they fall down on populated areas, even though they weren't meant to hit them. Unfortunately, the Ukrainians don't know what the frick they're doing. And in my opinion, this is on the Ukrainians. It really is. And that's the truth. Because there's no crater. There is no crater anywhere. Where do you see a crater? It's just likely it was meant to hit.
From Russia.
Likely it was meant to hit somewhere over here, but as soon as it was spotted by Ukrainian intelligence and air defense, they shot it down and it fell on civilians. Unfortunately, if it comes out that well, it won't come out because Western media. But anyways, this is more BS lies. If 2 ballistic missiles hit Sumy, it would be devastating. One, there would be two giant craters instead of some burning cars and some damaged buildings and some broken glass. Is it a very, very sad, unfortunate thing that civilians lost their lives? Absolutely. Absolutely, it's awful. But what these people in Sumy need to ask themselves, do they really believe that Russia did this? Or is it more likely that it was shot, that the ballistic missile was shot down by Ukrainian air defense and landed on these civilians? That's more likely. Sumy would look like a fire escape if it truly was hit by two ballistic missiles. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. This is just my opinion, so whatever. Happy Plam Sunday to all my Catholics and Orthodox Christians in Russia. And yeah, it's a very, very sad thing, but I don't believe for 1 minute that the Kremlin did this. Volodymyr Zelensky, the green T-shirt, made a bad decision by trying to shoot him down, and unfortunately, they landed on civilians. The debris did. That's had to have been what happened. Otherwise, these buildings back here would be just demolished at this point. It just doesn't add up. No crater, no giant fireball, nothing. Just some damaged buildings. Unfortunately, civilian casualties, some cars on fire, and trash. But until more reporting comes out, that's all I got for you today. Have a good Sunday, and I'll see you guys on the stream. Bye. Lubię ciebie.